Hello, welcome back. My apologies that this is coming late, but this is my end of Stitchtober 2023 video. So welcome to it. All right, so it's actually been a little bit of time since the ending of Stitchtober. So I am filming this on Friday, November 10th, and let's just do a little bit of a recap before I talk about all the projects in front of me. So Stitchtober is something that I decided to do this year where I would start a new project every day of October. And I've done some previous videos outlining my plans for the new starts, as well as I've given updates of the starts that I actually ended up doing. And I was successful. I did all 31 days and 31 new starts in the month of October. I really enjoyed it. I thought that I would get burned out and kind of get bored with all the new starts, or kind of the frustration of, starting something new every day. But I really enjoyed it. I'm kind of a stitch what I want when I want sort of stitcher. And I was kind of feeling like I didn't have enough whips, which is, maybe odd to some people, but I was really feeling like I just didn't have enough variety of things to choose from when, I got the urge to make a change. So that was kind of what drew me in to, start a bunch of new things. I've also finished a lot of things this year, and I just wanted some variety. So I actually really enjoyed it. And now I'm also happy that I'm back on a normal schedule. So that's kind of fun as well. I have a lot of things to show today. So first I will start with all my Stitchtober cross stitch, but then I've also been sewing a lot. So I have quite a bit of like sewing / quilting sort of updates. So if you're not interested in that part, you can skip the ending, but we will start off with the cross stitch. So these are in no particular order because I think they got out of order when I put them away. So I do apologize, but, and actually I'm gonna do this one last. Okay. So these were the starts that I hadn't shown or partially shown. I'm not entirely sure. So, yeah, so we'll start off with this one. So this is just in one of these bags. So this is called Let Us Turn Up the Beat by my one and only Hands-On Design. I love anything with, I know these are supposed to be peas, but in my world, that's soybeans. So I'm using all the called for DMC colors, and then I decided to do mine on black. So there's a picture, you can see it right there, of it done on black, and there's just some slight color changes, like you do the words in white instead of the color that's called for. So, oh man, did I get a big start on this one. We got Iptha. That's it. But really liking this one. This will be fun. I'll probably pull this one out, I'm guessing, in the summer. It's a very summery piece, so I'm glad to have it started. Okay, up next, again in one of these bags. I need to make more project bags. I was gonna try to do, maybe in 2023, have a goal of making a new project bag a week, because that would give me like, that's probably excessive, but maybe one a month. That would give me 12 more project bags. Not a bad goal. All right, so this is by Satsuma Street. This is, oops, I have it upside down. This is called Little Baddie. And I actually bought, so you can see, like, this was the, I'm not sure what year, 2019 Halloween series. So I bought actually all the kits in a bundle, and I have done all of them. Well, this one I will show you as another whip, but this was the last one for me to start, which is the bat. And again, these came as a kit. So I need a white piece of paper. Okay, you can see it here. So I did some of the orange outline, and then I got some of the black in. So this is black perforated paper. And these kits come with everything. They come with a needle, they come with all the floss, and then all the beads and embellishments. So very excited. I love doing these. So once I finish all of them, I will have to start some more. All right, up next. So this is in a bag that I made. This was a Ruby Star Society panel from a while ago. And then this was the selvage on that panel that I then kind of sewed in to some other fabric. I thought it turned out pretty cute, if I do say so myself. And this one's really pretty. So this is by Plum Street Samplers. This is called A New Constellation. And this is the companion piece. Now I can't remember what it's called, but it's a companion piece to another Plum Street sampler that I actually did for my husband quite a few years ago. And so I'm doing this with all the called for colors. And this is a piece of, I think it's oaken. Of course, I don't know where the sticker is. Oh, yep. So this is 32 count oaken linen. And there's my start. Pretty cool. Gotta start on the border. So, love it. I like oaken. It's more of a, like a pinky brown. It's not pink. I guess more red brown. But really like that. So, that'll be fun to pull out. Up next, so this one I have in the bag that you guys saw me make last time. So this is in my Nightmare Before Christmas bag. And this is by Prairie Moon. Pull it out. So this is called Trick or Treat. And I don't know if this is available on their website anymore. Prairie Moons now are available PDF on their website, but this one I actually got in a raffle. And so this I'm doing on guacamole. Yes, 35 count guacamole by Weeks Dye Works. And I measured it like 4 times. So this makes me nervous, but this piece isn't very big, but that's what I got done. So I'm not gonna have a whole lot of border on the top and bottom, but it'll be just fine. But yeah, there's my little skeleton dude. So this is done with all the called for. So it's done with like 4 DMCs and then a Krynic. Shouldn't take me too long to finish once I pull it out again. Halloween is my favorite holiday, so excited to pull that out sometime. All right, up next. So this is a Just Nan. This came as a kit. It came with the embellishments, so all the beads and then the fabric. And this is called Pearl Orchid. Looks like that. And again, it comes with all the beads and then this orchid kind of in the center and the fabric. And I got a decent start on this one too. Kind of hard to see the pink. Oh, I guess you can see it. Pro tip, I put a little T to know that that's the top with these mandala ones. So yeah, pretty excited about that. Another just cute little one. I like, projects of this size are perfect for my purse. And then we got, this one's fun. So this is a Lindy Stitches. So this is called Autumn Royalty. Mine's a printout. So it comes with these 3 patterns. We got the Prince of Pies, the Count of Candy, and the Lord of Gourds. And so I started on the Lord of Gourds. This is being done with all the called for DMC, and this is Shale, I think. 123 Stitch started doing stickers for their fabric. And then I lose them. So I'm not, okay, well, I'm not sure where my sticker is, but this is being done on shale, I believe, and I think this is a 32 count. So there's my start on the Lord of Gourds. And I have more than enough fabric to do all 3 of these, and then, you know, definitely another piece. So there we go. Pretty cute. This is another one that I feel like I will definitely be pulling out soon. I'm not entirely feeling the Christmas stitching yet. Usually when it snows the first time, and we haven't had snow here yet, knock on table. So I haven't been kind of in the Christmas spirit yet, where I'm still kind of in fall, but we'll see. And then this is my last one. So this is again in a project bag that I made that I really like. And this was the one that I actually ended on. So this was my Halloween start. And then I kept working on it for a few days. So this is not 1 day's worth of progress. And I absolutely love this piece. So this is Halloween Sampler by Cottage Garden Samplings. And my friend Carol was working on this in 2017 at the Midwest Cross Stitch Retreat, and I saw her working on it and fell madly in love, and she finished it and gifted me the chart. So I am doing this. This is on tin roof. Yeah, this is tin roof 40 count linen with all the called for gast, and look at it. Oh my goodness. I love this so much. I love it. Like, it's so pretty. This one I think is Blackboard. Yep. That's gassed. Yeah, Blackboard. Oh my God. It looks, you know, like, I think floss like this, you know, doesn't maybe seem like it's, you know, all that fancy. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, it's like a bluish black, but like, look at it stitched out. And look at this little ghost and the broom. I cannot wait to get back to this. I love it. I love the fonts. I love everything about it. So yeah, so I worked on this. This is probably, oh, I don't know, 5 or 6 days. And yeah, I'm very excited to get back to it. Very, very excited to get back to it. All right. So that was all the Stitchtober cross stitch. And then I have 2 more projects to show you. So in my purse lives what I call my dance project, or really it's the project that I work on that I just have with me at all times. So like if I end up waiting somewhere, or you know, anything of that nature, or dance, right? Like my daughter has dance on Mondays, and so I cross stitch while she's in dance. This is in one of those, I think it's Cross Star something stitchery. It's a pattern that she sells, and she sells these. These are called like the cross stitch clutch. And so I made this one. This was made by me. It's got a zipper pocket. Very nice. And I like these because like it has batting on the inside, and then I added a magnet to mine. So that I could have my scissors and everything. And then it's supposed to snap shut, but I shove my project in there so it doesn't, but this stays in my purse. So all that to say, so this is what I've been working on. I even keep like my stuff on this floss ring that I have. And so this is one of those Satsuma Street. So this is the Cat-O-Ween one, I think it's called. Oh, Cat-O-Lantern. And I started this recently, before, I think I started this in like September, but I am very close to being done. So again, I'm stitching this basically at dance. So I have like the inside of his eyes still to do, and a little bit more on his collar. So yeah, I got his smile done. So yeah, I think in terms of cross stitches, I only have his eyes left, And then I got to do all the beads. So like there's a ton of beads on his collar. There's beads in his eyes and on his hat. But he is very close to being done. And he's so cute. I love him a lot. So I think, you know, small projects are obviously the best to have like with me. And I like the perforated paper because I don't need like a, you know, like a Q-snap or a hoop or anything. So we'll see what I end up throwing in here once I have him done. It might be the bat, and I'll just keep up the theme of having one of these kits in my purse at all times. So that's that one. And then my last cross stitch whip. So my plan is to give this to someone for Christmas. So I decided I should probably finish it. So this is Polar Pack. And I started by Plum Street Samplers. And I started this when I was on retreat in Wisconsin earlier this year. And I am doing mine on Picture This Plus Lock. So this is the cutoff from my Funky Menagerie. And that is as far as I've gotten. So my fabric's a little bit darker than the model. And then I'm using some of the called for, and some of them are colors like colored cotton that I had. And yeah, I think it's turned out super cute. This is a little bee up here. I don't know if it'll focus. Maybe not. But this is supposed to be a little bee up here. I'm not sure why there's a bumblebee with these polar bears, but he's cute. And yeah, I think it's turned out really well. I have a feeling that this is all in the wrong spot now that I've stitched more of the bear. But we'll deal with that when I get there. I think I was a little ambitious in putting some of this stuff in here before I had, you know, more done, but that's all right. We'll figure it out. So yeah, I might add some back stitching to make the bears more distinguishable, because I feel like the little bear blends like way too much with his mommy. So I don't know, thinking about it. But that's what I am currently working on. And that, my friends, is all my cross stitch. So yeah, been stitching a lot. So now let us move on to the quilting. So I actually had some time to sew recently. I don't always get a lot of time to sew. Sorry, my phone's being weird. I don't always get a lot of time to sew, and last time I showed you my cat block progress. Well, I finished the cats and quilted it on my machine. So I have a Bernina 770 with the embroidery module attachment, and I was able to quilt my cat quilt on the embroidery module. So I will put some pictures. I don't have it with me because it's already up on the wall at my office and work, but I will put in some pictures right here showing you what it looks like. Okay, so that was kind of my big quilting finish. Well, then I'll show you some other quilts that I have another quilting finish. So this is a kit that I bought. Lori Holt does these quilt seed patterns, and the original ones were a bunch of flowers. And then her second round, which I believe this is with the Calico collection that she had, she did like fruits and vegetables as like a garden. And I couldn't, if you know me, you know I couldn't say no to this one. It's so fitting for me. So I bought the kit, which, you know, the pattern, and then the kit that came with it. It's just one big block, but this is going to go up on my wall at work, and it is like, it's so perfect. So this is, oh, what's it called? I think it's called corn and peas. Again, in my world, these of course are soybeans, and then like the ear of corn. My husband said that this looks like an airplane, so now I can't not see it, but it's supposed to be an ear of corn. So I got the block all put together. Lori Holt, I love her patterns, but she loves tiny pieces. So like these I think are 1-inch squares that I had to snowball to make these little pea pods, which I'm calling soybean pods, of course. But I think this is gonna look so cute in my office at work, because, you know, we make soybeans. We also do corn. Well, my site where I work does not do corn, but the company I work for does corn. So yeah, and then on the back is an old, so one of my mom's friends had some old DeKalb seed corn bags, and I used one on the back. So I think that's really cool. So look at that, DeKalb, which is our national brand of corn. So yeah, pretty fun. I really like it. A lot of tiny pieces, but it's so cute, and I cannot wait, and everyone's gonna be really jealous. And when I say everybody, I mean like the 2 people that notice the sewing in my office are gonna be really jealous. So yeah, so those are my 2 big quilting finishes. And then I thought I would talk about some quilting whips. So I try not to have too many quilts on the go at one time, but you know, life happens. And I also try to mitigate my scraps. So this quilt that I'm going to show you is a scrap quilt from Lori Holt. So she has a book called Scrappiness is Happiness. And I think this is called the Scrappy Strings quilt. And Kimberly Jolly of Fat Quarter Shop has actually made, I think, a few of these. So I thought this is a great utilization of my scraps because I don't have to cut out any like fancy pieces because it's all done with just strips. And so I don't know if you know this, but I love Tula Pink fabric. She is really what got me back into sewing during the pandemic, and I absolutely love everything that she does. Completely obsessed with Miss Tula Pink. So I have a lot of Tula Pink scraps because I've made quite a few Tula Pink quilts. I've made Tula Pink bags. I mean, everything Tula, you know, I love. And so I decided, I was like, I'm going to make a scrappy strings quilt using exclusively all my Tula Pink scraps. So what I do is I go through, so I keep basically all my scraps. And, I recently went through it, and I try to keep like the pieces as big as possible, but I do save a lot of tiny pieces. And so I thought, well, this will be a good opportunity to put just strips. I can get them out of like my main, you know, scrap containers. So anything that's in a strip that I think I would use for these blocks, I will put in this drawer so that I can make these blocks. So this is just an example. So these are the current strips that I have cut right now. And when I finished my cat quilt, because I also steal out of these like for other quilts and, you know, whatever. And actually this is a very small stack right now, because when I finished my cat quilt, I was like, you know, I should really go through the pile, and I decided to make as many blocks as possible with the scraps that I had. Now, I could probably make a couple more, but it wouldn't be very diverse because I only have like a couple different fabrics. So I decided, I was like, okay, well, I got down to like this size of pile. I was like, okay, that's good. So I ended up making 14 of these blocks, and they're sewn onto, and this is like in the book, but they're sewn onto the Lori Holt sew-in interfacing. And you can either, like in the pattern in the book has you just use this, this is your batting. So all you would have to do is back it, and quilt it. But I feel like that is way too thin. Like it's not thick at all. So I think I will put batting and then quilt it. But it's nice that they're stabilized, as I said, on this sew-in interfacing. And she sells this in 10-inch squares. So these are finished, I think at 8.5. And then you cut them down, which is really nice. So that's why mine are all like perfect, is because like I cut them down. So I made 14, but I thought I'd show you all of them. So I think I have, so this is my stack right now. I think the quilt uses 80 of them. So I maybe like a quarter of the way, a third of the way into done with the quilt. But again, this is all with scraps. So this is all, you know, fabric that I didn't, I mean, I bought, but girl math, right? It was free because they're scraps. No. I bought the fabric for different projects. But yeah, I thought I'd show them to you. So again, these are all done with scraps of various widths. So in the pattern, like I fussy cut the fruit. I had a strip and I couldn't help myself. And these are from all different lines of hers. We got some, let's see if I can name some of these. So this one's from Daydreamer. This one's from Homemade. These are True Colors. This one's from Tiny Beasts. Again, Daydreamer. This is from Curiouser and Curiouser. I love Tula Pink. And I really didn't put a whole lot of thought into the colors. I just said scrappy. And you see some of them are really, you know, thin. So this is from Pinkerville. This is from Zuma. Very pretty. There's the fruit again. Little suns. I have quite a few strips of that. This is from the original True Colors. I believe this one up here is from Slow and Steady. I think this is Eden. I like these little cat heads just kind of peeking out. This is from Line Work. I said I wasn't going to say them all, and then I can't help it. Oh, I love Tula Pink fabric so much. I cannot wait to have this quilt done. And I tried to be diverse in the colors, but, you know, nothing too particular. A little bit of monkey wrench on that one, which is, I think, what's my favorite Tula Pink line of all time? I love Homemade. That's because that's the line that she came out with when I fell in love with Tula Pink fabric. So I have a lot of Homemade because that's my favorite. But I also love Monkey Wrench a lot. I love, I don't have a whole lot of scraps of it yet, but I have a quilt kit that I hope to be working on soon of her Nightshade Deja Vu. She re-released it in like a purple colorway. Oh my God. So I got to start on that quilt Sunday, and then this last one. So yeah, so how the quilt kind of goes together is you make, like they'll go in, I mean, you could do the, I mean, really you can do whatever you want, but how the quilt has it is you make, there we go, they go in opposite directions like this. So you kind of end up with these like diamonds, but very excited. Again, I have a lot made, but I got a long ways to go, but I'm always making Tula Pink stuff. So again, I'll just, you know, when the mood strikes me, put some more together. And then, this is the last like traditional quilt, and then I will show you my English paper piecing quilt. So, again, I also told you my absolute love of Tula Pink. So I bought this kit actually last year. So this Tula came out. So this is her fabric line called Holiday Homies, which is her Christmas line. And this is she re-released it actually in flannel. So this is actually a free pattern that's available on the Free Spirit website. And I bought the quilt kit for it because I don't have a Christmas quilt. Christmas is not really my jam. And so I decided to do a Christmas quilt. Now it's a little bit more like with a black background than kind of like usual Christmas, but I really like it. And I've never made a quilt in flannel before. So again, I got everything cut out and I have to show you this. So this fabric is so cute. So the big stars, like look at them. There's a dog wearing a sweater and a deer and a goose. And that comes in green. And there's these like little deer. And look at those little peppermints. That also comes in green. So anyway, they're just super cute. And very, very soft. So I'm hoping to work on this quilt this weekend because it's not a very complicated pattern. And I'm thinking that I could get it done. So I have everything cut out and ready. And then my big thing that I'm working on right now is so like the first step is to make all the half square triangles. And so I have them stacked up by print just to make sure that everything was accounted for. But yeah, so the first step is you make all the half square triangles. So last night I got them all matched up. I got my lines drawn and yeah, we are ready to go. So I got a big old stack of half square triangles to make. But I'll show you some progress on this again. You know, I don't think it'll take me too long to get it done once I kind of put it together. And then I have the green fabric with the geese and the deer as my backing for it. So with flannel, I'm using a different batting, and I don't know if I'm going to take it to the long arm and free motion quilt it on the long arm. I think that's what I'm going to do. I've done that on 2 bigger quilts and I really liked it. And I need practice because I would like to be better at free motion quilting myself than paying for a long arm. So paying to rent the long arm that's available to me to rent doesn't have like a computer on it, so I can't just pick a pentagram. Pentagram is the star. A pantograph to put on, so you have to do it all yourself. So I need practice, so I will probably take it there. And then last but not least, I feel like I've been talking for a very long time, is my English paper piecing quilt. So I have not shown this on video, but this is something that I have been working on this year. So this is the Pink Door Fabrics Queen of Diamonds quilt. There are a ton of people doing this. I decided to get my kit through Pink Door Fabrics themselves. So this is in collaboration with my queen, Tula Pink. It's all done with her fabrics, but Pink Door Fabrics is a store in Texas, and they are the ones that wrote the pattern and designed everything. But it's all with Tula Pink fabrics, and it is so pretty. But it's all English paper piece. So I think I can show you a better picture. Yeah. Okay. So this is what the quilt looks like. So all of these diamonds, the interiors of these diamonds are English paper piece. So all the diamonds and these exterior diamonds are all English paper pieced. And then the sashing that goes around them and the borders around each of the blocks is sewn on by machine. There is options to hand sew all of it, but I think I'm going to do the machine method for it. And the way this is broken out is, so each month you do a certain number of diamonds. And it's a block of the month, so they ship you the fabric every month. And I haven't shown this. I kind of got behind. So in I was ahead. Well, I was, up to date. But then in October with doing Stitchtober, I did that over working on this quilt. So I only have one of the blocks for October done. I'm working on the other one, and then I have the November blocks to do. So I'm a little bit behind, but I think we're going to recover. So I'm going to show you all of my finished diamonds. So this bag is a vinyl bag that was given to us when I did the Nebula quilt a few years ago. This is a Tula Pink bag, and it's perfect for storing all my diamonds because it's really big, and quilts tend to be really big. So again, these are all the finished diamonds, and I still have all the paper in them. And that's how I've ironed them, but I have all the paper still in them, and I plan on storing them this way until I actually start to do the sashing, and then I'll take all the paper out. So English paper piecing, for those that might not know, is essentially where you have pieces of paper and you wrap your fabric around your paper and then sew them together. And then when you're done, you'll pull the paper out. So the paper doesn't live in here forever. I will pull it out prior to finishing. So this was one of the blocks for, this is the October block that I have done, and it's so cute. My little snake. I really like how this one turned out. It's so pretty. And this one with the dragonfly. The cool thing about English paper piecing is that you can fussy cut to get these kind of mandala effects. So those are dragonflies. And then this is like one of the halves. So look at the little squirrels. So cute. It like looks weird, but basically you're going to cut this in half. Here's another half one. They're pretty big. And then there's some little ones that go along the bottom. So I've made 2 of these thus far. Ooh, I liked this one too, the owl. And these are little foxes up at the top, which I think are really pretty. I like that one. This one with the bee and the little sun or rainbows around it. Very pretty. And we got this one, my little ladybugs. Then this one. And then this was the first one I ever did. This is the very first month, so yeah. I love it. I have a ton of fun. This is actually probably the project that I work on at work the most often. So during lunch, I tend to English paper piece, which is fun. And so I thought I'd show you. So this is how I carry around. So this is like one of those bags just for waterproofing, but on the inside. So this is an insert from the By Annie Place for Everything bag. So she has it in the pattern to make these inserts, and this is one of them. So this is the one that I keep like all the sewing stuff, and that's actually my Place for Everything. It's sitting right there. The other insert has all the cutting and the basting. So this is just the sewing. So I got my pattern in the front. I don't have anything in the back right now. And then, so this is the block that I'm currently working on. So you can see, got some of it. This is what I'm currently working on, is sewing this piece. So I got that in here. And then this is what the inside looks like. So I did 3 zipper pockets on this side, and that houses all of my thread, because you really want it to match. So I have my Aurifil thread over there. And then I have, so these pink pieces are the pieces for the block I'm currently working on remaining. And then the like teal pieces, that's for November. That's only one of the November blocks. I just have it cut it. That one I have happened to cut and baste. So I threw those in there. Then I got my Sew Tights folio. So that's where all these magnets, these pink hearts, those, and some clips, and then my cheaters. So I really like this insert to house all this. And this is then, I keep it in this bag just so I can more easily transport it to and from work. I know that this is kind of waterproof at least and will protect everything, but that's it. I've been talking a long time. I have a lot of projects. So I hope you all are having a really wonderful day, and I will catch you next time. Bye.